Hey everyone, Denise here. I just wanted to give you a November update on classes because I did change one of the cards, so just so you have the latest information. I decided to print out this calendar. I know I have one on the website, but I think this one might have been a little easier for even me to use because it had the deadlines there. So I just wanted to go through them quick with you since October kind of got away from me with working and, going day by day. And we have some deadlines coming up. And I love some of the November cards, and I think that you will too. So I hope that you'll take the opportunity to come on over and join us. So first up is the Girls' Night Out. It's always posted for the first of the month, but it goes for all of the month and whatever day fits your schedule and mine after you've gotten your friends together and kind of come up with a couple of dates that work for everyone. And now that we have a bunch of classes behind us, it's a little bit easier for me to tell you what cards you can and can't do. Basically, anything that's a $15 class, you can do or pick for your Girls' Night Out cards. And remember, that means I'm coming to you within a 25-minute driving range from Ronkonkoma. If it's longer than that, we can still consider it, but the price does go up because of the gas and time involved in it, especially if it's like a rush hour and it's going to take me an hour to get there. So we need to consider all of those things. But if it's a $15 class, you can do it. Now, it doesn't mean you have to do all of the cards. You can mix and match from that category. Now, there are going to be some exceptions, and it's simply that there are a lot of products needed, or it's a product to share, and it's more than just a marker. So it may be a little too involved or time consuming depending on the amount of people you have, but we can discuss that. If you have a small group, it might be doable. So it would be on a very individualized basis. So you can always go back through the old YouTube videos. If you're in the Facebook group, go back through the cards, or even on the website, which is here, go back through the old months and the old classes, and the samples are usually posted as the photo for those classes to give you a better idea. And with that, it's always $20 per person within that driving range. It's a 5-person minimum, including the host. If the host or hostess has 5 people besides them, then the hostess is free. But it does have to be paid in advance. It's not a paid when I get there thing because the kids have to be done. I need about 2 weeks lead time for that. So that's always posted on the first, and that never changes. So let's talk about some of the things then for November. Let me grab them. The first one is November 4th, and you may see here that it has an RSVP date of October 25th. Now, as I'm recording this, I think it's October 17th. 16th, 17th. I've lost track of the days. I love retirement. So the 25th, and that's to RSVP and to pay. So that's coming up quickly. This is a $15 class. You get all of the materials you need, glue, whatnot included. This is considered a beginner class because you don't need to know how to do anything. You can do these walking in off the street, never having crafted before. And that's the way 90% of my card classes are designed, so that you could come and do something and never have done it before and walk out and they will look just like this. So these are the cards for the Christmas cards. You get this with the envelopes. They are 5x7 in size, so they're a nice size card. And that's coming up again on the 4th of November with the RSVP date of the 15th. Next up in November is the Beginner Card Club. Now remember, Beginner Card Club doesn't mean you have to be a beginner. It means that you don't have to bring any supplies. Now you can be a beginner, or you could be somebody who likes making cards, but you just don't want to invest in the stuff, and that's perfectly fine. This class is for you. So everything is provided. Again, you bring nothing with you. You'll make these 3 cards and take the envelopes with you as you go. Everything really, it's pre-cut. Some things are not pre-stamped. Some things are. It depends on the company. Same true for all the $15 classes. You'll color, all the markers are supplied, all the things you need are supplied. Everything, like I said, if possible, pre-stamped, like the butterflies be pre-stamped, pre-cut. You're just coloring, you'll learn how to blend. So we have an A2 size card, which is the common size for homemade or handmade cards. It's if you took like the calendar, you folded it in half and then half again, it's a quarter of an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So it's an A2 fold. This is a slimline, so it fits into a business size envelope, and this is a 5 by 7. So this is the Beginner Card Club for November. And that's on the 14th starting at 6:15, and on the 15th, same cards, starting at 7. It's $15 for the class. The RSVP and payment date is November 2nd, so that is coming quickly as well. And then we have the 3 Saturday classes for November, which do require some bring your own supplies and do require some working knowledge of card making. So these are not beginner friendly. If you have some experience using a trimmer and a scoreboard and die cutting and stamping, this is great for you. But if you don't, then I'm going to warn you that this is not really the day for you to take classes. I will be happy to give you some online or tutorial lessons or places to go look, if that's the case, for you to learn how to do those things, to come to a Saturday class, but it's definitely not beginner friendly. And like I said, does require some bring your own supplies, things like a stamp platform or a MISTI, your trimmer, your scoreboard, sometimes particular inks like Memento Black or VersaFine Black, those types of things. So if that doesn't sound familiar to you, the Saturday classes aren't for you. But if it does, then maybe they are. The first class, and I changed this one a little bit. We have this with our crystal lacquer. I don't know if you can see it a little bit there. You can see the shine. So this is actually a raised. Hear that? This is a raised image. Now, I left it just like that. You may want to, when you get home, stamp another cupcake, color coordinate it, pop it right on. I didn't for the class because we were only doing the 3 cards. So I wanted to utilize the stamp. Now with this one, you do get the stamp. As of this video, I have 3 seats left in the class, but only 1 seat left that you can also purchase the optional die. Everybody gets the stamp, but the optional die is different. This one I think is $29 with the die, $18 with just the stamp. So we're going to do an easel shaped card, and then I just had this as a shaped card, but I decided I wanted to make it a fun fold, so this is the one that I changed. So I put it on a 5x7 background, which is what this is also. This is smaller, it's more of an A2 size, and there's the original card. So I made it a fun fold. There is no back on this card because this is the card, so it's a flat back card. So that is class number 1. On Saturday, the 16th, class number 2, we are going back old school with our colored pencils, not the fancy colored pencils, regular colored pencils that you would have at home if you have kids or if you just like to color. So we're going to make 2 mini slims and a 5x7. And you can even see I didn't do a great job with the coloring because you can see my lines. I didn't circle enough, especially there. But that's it. We're just going to make some quick and easy cards. I think this one is $12. And you get the stamp and the die, the coordinating die for the stamp to go with it, so you can make more at home. So you're not getting these dies, you're getting the birds and the die that go with the birds. So you'll make this. This is $12. Now you can take all of the classes and spend the day, bring your lunch and your drink, or you can sign up for just 1 or 2 of them. That is up to you. There's no obligation to take them all. It's just that usually if you're here, people just take them, because if you take 1 and 3, where are you going to go for 2 hours? So that just becomes a thing. And then we have this one. I did Thinking of You, but remember, if you saw any of the other videos, I had said that I also have some with sympathy dies, and I think that this makes a nice sympathy card, and it's quick and it's easy, and it's the one thing that I find when I need one, I just can't sit down and make one. I have a hard enough time finding time to make a birthday card, but to sit down and make a sympathy card when it's just like a low point usually, it's not really a thing. So I like to have some of those on hand so I can just send them without thinking about it. So this, we're going to learn some masking techniques. The masking paper will be provided to you, and I'll show you why I use the one that I do as opposed to the other one, which is out there and much cheaper, but cheaper is not always better, and in this case that is absolutely true. So we're going to do some masking, some ink blending, some silhouette stamping. You get the stamp. There is no die for this one. You get the stamp, and you can choose whatever. I just wanted to use all the images, but I'm not sure that I like the way I did that, but that's okay. It's your card. You're going to do what you want. These are all 5x7 cards. And again, with the Saturday classes, to keep the prices down, you do not get the envelopes. Only in the beginner type classes do you get them. So all of these have an RSVP and payment date of November 2nd. And then we move on to the sunflower ones. So here, you're going to learn how to use Effie stencils. This is one of the most popular ones that I've seen her do. And this is the Sunflower Fields, I think it's called. So this has a November 21st date. There are 3 sessions. There's a daytime, an afternoon, like a teacher slot, because it's right after school, but not quite enough time to go home in between. So depending on where you live. So there's morning, there's afternoon, and then there's evening. This has an RSVP date of November 9th. This is also $15. This time you'll be making 4 cards simply because we've cut one panel down and we've made it into 2 cards. So you have 2 mini slim and 2 full-size slim here. I put thanks on it because it's November. It's just before Thanksgiving, and it worked well with the sunflowers. So if you don't want to put thanks and you want to use something from home, that's perfectly fine, but that is the sentiment that it fits on here. So that's what we're going to go with. You're going to learn how to use layered stencils, especially Effie's, which are, again, if you've never used them, incredibly amazing. No stamp was used in making these, none at all. And that's the die that goes with it. They're incredible. So you get, again, everything, the glue that you need, all of the other things. You'll share the stencil. So this will take a little bit longer than the average class because there are 5 or 6 stencils, and it's a round robin. So person 1 has to use the first stencil, color it, pass that ink and that stencil to person 2. So this is a put your head down and color. You absolutely chat and be social, but you got to color at the same time because this could take a while because you've got to do it twice to get these cards done. So this is then the ton stencil class, and this again will come with the envelopes as well. And then I'm going to do a day crop on Black Friday because I don't shop on Black Friday. I don't even like to leave the house on Black Friday, to be honest. So right now it's from 10 to 6. I don't think Mike is going to be home. And if he's not, then I may extend it past 6. It doesn't mean you have to stay later, but I would not count on him being home to carry your bags. And remember, we have stairs, so you'll have to be able to maneuver it down the stairs. It is only a day crop, so please pack accordingly. You have 3 feet of space. I have 3 6-foot tables, so that's half a table each. Bring your projects with you, not like your electronics. There's no space for you to set up like your Cricut and your laptop and that kind of thing, unfortunately. So just bring your basic stuff that you're working on, whether it's your Christmas cards or some other type of craft or layout kits that you've been trying to put together. Bring all your stuff with you. Bring your lunch, bring your beverages, and I'm going to have a snack table, so everybody bring a snack to share to put on the snack table so that we're all in it together because it is a free crop, so I don't want to spend a ton of money on snacks because I promised Mike that I would not spend more than I needed to if I was having people over. I'm going to buy snacks too because I would anyway, but if I say, please bring a snack to share, I think that matches what he's asking me to do. And then finally, December 4th, which is not on this calendar, we have the Hanukkah cards. That again is $15. The RSVP and payment date here is November 20th. These are all 5x7 cards and nice and shiny, as you see. So these are also $15. You get that with the envelopes. And again, in the $15 classes, everything is pre-cut for you. So you don't have to cut anything. You're going to get pieces. We're going to put them together. I have dry as clear glue, and I'll show you exactly how to do it. So these are on then December 4th. There is only one session of this, though. It's in the evening. I believe it's probably 6:15 because it's during the work week. This keeps falling. All right, so that's November at a glance. So I hope that that's helpful. I hope you like the new and improved card in the cupcake classes for the Saturday. And I hope that I get to see you at a class soon. I'm not quite done with December, but with Christmas and the holidays, it does get a little tight for everybody time-wise, especially, even sometimes more so than money-wise. So I'm not sure how much I'm going to be throwing in extra for December, but we definitely have beginner group. We're probably going to have the Saturday classes. We have the Hanukkah class here, and maybe I'll throw in another technique class. But like I said, December is a little bit tight, so we'll see how that goes. And then January, we're back to a full schedule. I hope I see you at a class soon, everyone. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. Let me know. Have a great day. Don't forget to RSVP right there.